Alright, what's going on, guys? I'm 46. This is our Country Club's FedEx tournament. This is the final round. Shot some pretty good scores so far. Shot first round 56 and then followed that up with a pair of 59s. So, got a couple shot lead here. See if I can maintain it. Another round in the 50 would be awesome. Tough first hole. It's funny, when the pin plays in the center, it's probably one of the easiest holes, aside from St. Andrews first hole. But when the pin's back here, sort of changes everything just a little bit. So it's going to play like 86 or something like that. In terms of this hole, if I'm pin high left, it leaves a downhill up and it's pretty straight. If I'm pin high right, it leaves a slight breaker, but pretty good. So the point is, I want to be pin high. If I'm long, it leaves a tough putt. If I am short, it leaves a tough putt. So I've got 86 in. My question is, if I hit this punch, how hard is it going to jump? I'm thinking it's not going to jump any more than 2 yards. So I'm going to give this a go. Kind of changing my mind here. I'm actually going to put a little bit of top on it. It's a good spot. Release just a little. Now stop. Thought I would get just a hair. I got a little more than a hair. But I think neutral would have been short. But I'm pin high left. Maybe a little longer than pin high. If I was over here. Over here would be pin high, and it's a really straight putt. So it's not entirely straight. Let's see what we got. There we go. Good one to birdie. Kind of sets the tone for the round, hopefully. It's kind of a tricky one, too. Low winds, so don't even have to worry about it. You can absolutely reach this. Yeah, just need to make sure to ding this. Or if I don't make it this late, which of course I did, but that'll make sure I clear that hop and I've still got a good look into the green. Yeah, no problem. Still hitting an iron in. So this one I want to land it, say 4 yards short, 4 maybe 5 yards short. So 4 or 5 yards short. About right there. That might not be enough. Let's see, 231. Yeah, it might actually be too much. We'll see. Need a soft bounce, that's for sure. No. Ooh, come on. Carried a lot shorter than I thought. I would have hit. I thought I would hit back here somewhere, and then hopefully get that soft kick. Sucker took off. All right, champ greens. I personally prefer. I prefer champ. I think they, I don't know, the break's a little short, maybe. Be the line. I don't think so though. 19, 20. That would be like right there. It looks better. Looks a lot better. Trying to kind of picture this in my head. Right there. All right. Hold your head. Oh! Darn it. Give it a good try. That would have been nice. Would have been nice even. Pretty easy. Wedge into here. Can be tricky though. No doubt. About half yard, 50. Alright. So technically, I was going to say technically, what I'm seeing in my head is it lands past and comes back a little bit. But I don't know. I don't necessarily trust it. So I'm going to play off a little bit. Should still go past. I'm just not going to go past as far as I originally had thought. Yeah, and it came back where I thought it was. So I probably should have hit full, but sometimes I've gotten hung up back there before. It says that it breaks a lot for being a short putt. It has an awful lot of break to it. So I'm just going to try to hit it hard. Should be able to take all of it out. Yeah. Good start so far. Now you kind of get the first, we'll call it challenging hole. Downwind with that pan. It's not a whole lot of fun. I'm going to lay back. I just want to really make sure that I hit the fairway. Even on a small tailwind like this, it's easy to go wrong. Okay. I caught that one right on the money. Didn't have a whole lot of room there to play with. Let's see. 8. Weird this. I hate this number, by the way. Can't stay in this distance. So this goes 158. Now what I have to hope for is when I hit this, it's going to sit down. Meaning I can't have it shoot off. So I'm going to take a little more backspin. And if it goes short, it goes short. Because I hit it early, it probably won't go short. Well, distance was great. Just had to hit the dang. So that's going to leave a top button. Right there's my initial lead. they go together here. Ugh. Just a hair off. Should have taken a minute longer to read that instead of rushing it. All right, tricky one here. So I've got a couple different options. I can fly a 3-iron right at it, or I can go with a 4. 4 is a little trickier because you want to land it short of the pin and get it to release down. So I'm not playing as much wind. Going back and forth here. Yeah. So 215 would be 2 the whole flight. I want to land it a little short. I'm thinking if I land this a little short, that's going to go probably 210, and then let it release down to the hole. And that's the question. Well, let's find out the answer. Hit it right on the money. The thing's pin hunting. If it releases. Release. There we go. Flip back in the full screen mode here. Usually I just meter slide those, but I missed one a couple of days ago. Been a little jaded. Thought I was in full screen mode, popped into regular. So the meter sucks. Alright. I'll hold out to this one. Just make sure you find the fairway. A lot of people try to cut the dog leg. You know, to me, because I'm not the most accurate dinger, I always try to go for the fat part of the fairway, even if it costs me 5 or 6 yards. It's a lot easier to make a birdie from the fairway than it is rough. 164. It's that dark upper I hate again. All right. 2.8. There. Okay. 164. It's right about there for me. Hit the dang. This one could be close. This should be a tap in. Nah. Pretty close though. Holy cow, that sucker took off. Wow. Holy crap, that broke a ton. I don't really know what to say on that one. Wow. Looked pretty straight and it hit pretty darn firm. Huh. Wow. A little shocked on that one. Well, that sucked. It was a nice way to put that one. That was just wretched. Alright, so it's not going to do much. 253. I'm going to flight this 6 yards short. About 97%. Yeah, it should be good. And I just was sitting there telling myself in my head, oh, that's right, you're fine. That was magical. Alright. Well, screwed that one up pretty good. That was just piss poor. A nice way of putting that one. Keep going. Not bad. Little tapping, good recovery, but certainly missed out on probably a good opportunity. Usually do quite well at this hole in terms of landing and engaging the release. So, a little disappointing. I put at 6 is just still having me scratching my head. 97. So this hole on championship grade, I can land this a little left and long. So left and long, and it's going to come back and be just fine. So I might play a little more break. So I want to land it a little left and long. This thing could absolutely go gone. Oh yeah. Good. Go a little long, come back. Yeah. Didn't land it left though. The wind hit it more than I thought it was going to. Alright. See if I can shoot a 29 here. Finish out strong. Ah, that stupid 6th hole. Back left pin. I haven't played back left pin in a while, actually. It's probably been a month or so since I played the back left pin. Let's see. Do 67, 2.8. Okay. And nice little pull, but should get away with it. Great distance. I put that on a ding. That sucker is definitely tapping. Alright, this putt, it's tricky. And of course, Kiawah doesn't give you a solid look at the line either. It's got to mess with your head a little bit. Get in there. Alright, 29. It's okay. Definitely should have had a 28. That stupid little 6-footer that broke 3 feet. It was a little crazy. This is a tricky little pin. These are tough putts, for such a short approach. If you don't hit this thing in the right spot, you can easily have a pretty sharp breaking putt. I don't need to think too much on this. Good distance for me. Get up there and release. Yeah, I probably should have hit full. I thought it might release a little bit. So full. My 56 was full top because of what I weighed. But I thought for sure it would release a little bit. Alright, good circle back. See if I can make an eagle here. That would be a nice redemption for that bad shot 7. And I pinned back too. I prefer back. Okay. Oh my god, it was. Oh, that cost me about 7 yards right there. Needed those 7 too. Maybe. Definitely can still reach it though. It's not out of the question. 250. Oh, it's going to be real close if I can reach. I'm going to play out to the left. This hole has a weird tendency from what you see to what it is. I always play a little further left. I wonder if I should put backspin on this. Maybe just a hair. You can see I pulled that, and it's still way right of the line that I had. Get up there. Yeah. Needed those couple extra yards from my miss. Easy shot. Definitely put this in the cup. Go in there. Ooh. That took it a lot more. Alright, so similar to how I started the front nine, a couple birdies. Always a good thing. Just missing by that little bit right there would have definitely put me on the green on the last hole. Could have hit it. Game of inches. That's going to take off about a yard. 99%. 99%. What I've noticed is this one tends to play a little more than what it sets. So I'm going to hit full here. Oh my god. Funny thing is, it's not going to leave a horrible putt. Wow. If it goes that long. Had I been pin high and right, that would have been fine. Jesus. That's crazy. Crazy how long. It only goes 158. So I'm just shocked I went that far. It's moving at a decent clip. foot. Okay. All right, so 20%, gonna have it a little firmer. Ah. Horrible iron, just a dreadful approach there. Not good. Another tricky little hole in terms of distance. $166, $165. Okay. Help me out a little bit, man. Man, just push it and pull it and all over the place. Great distance up, 165, and right on the money. Man. Let's see. Missed that a little late. Definitely didn't want to miss the big light there. Ended up getting away with it. Got it right on the edge. So 229. 229. All right, 229 for me. So it's 224. 229 is about right there. I like this hole. I'm going to play the credit challenge. And then I'm going to proceed to push the hell out of it. Frustrating. Good distance. Very good distance. Good sport ball striking. Let's see. We get it right in that area. so far, but might be the number. Okay, let's give her a gander. 30% over 30. Looks good. No, right there. Got away with the bad iron shot. Very bad iron shot, actually, not just bad. Okay. It's about 136.5. I'm not going to play much off. This is the hole where it's ridiculous to try and judge a shot. It's not enough. And a little more, sorry. It's 136, this guy's 140. That should be spot on. Another mistake, thank God it was with an iron. Release. Tricky green, just because for some reason they won't mess with you and not give you a good line to read the puck. Tricky stuff here. Can't hold the damn thing up. I don't know if that's the right spot or not, to be honest with you. Ended up getting it. So it's such a tough green. A little 5-footer and give you that weird ass view. Here I just want to make sure that I don't run out of room. So I know I'm not going to hit a 334. But I want a good angle. I want to be up on the ridge on this shelf over here. Should be able to put that pretty close. 40, 50 yards probably, maybe even 20 some. I can get the right bounce. Again, it's kind of a weird angle you're getting into. Might get it hop off of this ridge. Yes. A nice kick. Pretty good yardage for me. Very, very comfortable yardage, let me put it that way. Let's see that. Barely a move. They pushed it. Nice push. Spot on the yardage. Okay, so there's 59. Let's see if I can go for 57. Oops. pushed it, but that's okay. Stay on the grain, don't hit the back fringe. Alright. Yeah. Definitely not a good round for me in terms of ball striking, but putting is coming through in the clutch for me. It's kind of making up my shortfalls with the approach shots. It's not breaking a whole lot. Like half or something like that. 55. 77.5. Let's see. See what that looks like. Looks like a lot. What it looks like. But from this angle, it's not looking so bad. So I'm going to run with it. Get in there. Come on, come on. Nice. See if I can close this sucker out. Pulled it. Oh, puts me in the fairway. I don't even know if it's going to move a whole lot. And if I'm left, I really don't care. But I'll go ahead and move over just a smidgen. It's pretty straight putt if I'm left. Or I push it and I end up right off the green. You know, whatever. Jesus. I think maybe I hit one thing approach out of 18. Dreadful. Ball striking, poopy. Best way to explain that. Let's see, it is going to break to the right. Question is how much it's going to break. That seems like a lot. And that seems like not enough. So now I'm going to pick. See him break. First 4 grid lines, breaking pretty good. Then it just kind of settles down. But I'm also going uphill. So how much break are we going to have? I think I'm just going to stick with this and live with the results. And go. Alright, so pretty good round. Still got to go back to this stupid par on 6. That was horrible. 28, 57 overall, 15 birds. Can't complain. Average distance to the pin was actually not bad because I had a couple of those short little 28-yard shots that I stuck close. Had it not been for that number would have been pretty high. Yeah, pretty satisfied with the round overall. A lot of good playing there to make up for not being able to hit it higher. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Feel free to comment.